Hello and welcome to day 8 of our January Challenge 2024. I do hope that you are enjoying this piece as much as I am. It's so lovely. Midnight Lullaby by Ayla Lynn Jones. So another 4 bars for us today. This is our loudest point in the music. These are our 4 bars of being forte. I'll play it for you first and then we'll talk through it. Okay, so the left hand is doing the same as it did back on day 5, where we had the bottom line of page 1. We have the D-A-D place, so aiming for the octave, so thinking about where our thumb is and letting the hand open up. And then we have our little sort of turn onto the C. D, C, D. Nice bending of the thumb. Moving to the A-E-A. And again, as before, I've written above this 1 and 2 and 3 and, just to stop myself treating it as though it were more 1 and 2 and 3 and giving it space. Then back to another D-A-D with a little sort of wobble. And then opening up to an A octave, no note in the middle this time. Okay, so we know that left hand, we've done that before. Top hand, we're back to a rolled chord. It's the same chord that we had back on day 5. So thumb is on the D and then we've got the A and the F underneath it. So again, think about opening up and that thumb being more in a vertical alignment with the string that it's going to play, so that the bulk of our hand can be closer to the fingers 2 and 3. They're more or less level and we've got nice curves in them. My other fingers are just present. They're not tightly tucked in, neither are they tense and sticking up either. They're just dangling nice and loose. So we have this rolled chord, this tadium with the landing on the beat. Then we're just going to move to E and F. Now you could go 2, 1 and then open up to our next chord. Or, because that next chord is 1 note higher, you could try going 3, 2 and 1, E, F and thumb on the G, so that you only have to open up to that triad. A couple of different choices there. So either 2, 1 and then open up, or 3, 2 with 1 already placed, and then you can open up to the triad. Okay, having done that triad with the rolled chord, and when I say triad, it's a note, miss 1, a note, miss 1, a note. We're moving down and we're just going to let our whole hand and arm come with us. Thumb on the E, finger 3 on the G. Keeping that same size gap, coming down again, thumb on the red, finger 3 on the E. Okay, so we should just try those 2 bars for the moment. So we have our tadium on the F, A, D. And really practice, you can just practice taking your hand away and coming back on. Hand away, coming back on. Hand away, closing it up, coming back on. Can I land on those 3 notes really comfortably? And then maybe, like I'm doing now, can you do it without looking at the strings? Okay? And then we're going to play. We're going to try and do this in time, nice and steady, just these 2 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Triad. Moving down. And okay, well done. And just notice, for me, my arm's not resting on the harp at all, so that I can move down nicely. If you do have your arm resting on the harp, because that's how you learn, that's fine. But in that instance, make sure that you're not gripping, that you're not tense, that it's just nice and loose and that you're able to move as you would normally. And then as you get further away, you might come off the harp there. Then going into the next bar, we're back to another F-A-D. We're going to do a big leap from this, but although it's a big leap, let's think about how it matches, how it belongs. So at the moment we're on F, A and D, and the D is the top note. We're going to leap to D, F and A, a nice little neat triad. So that D that was the top is now going to be the bottom. And that might be a good thing to practice. So we open up onto the F, A, D, give that a little squeeze, take our hand away, move and land on that neat triad. Might just try that again one last time. F, A, D, move, land on the triad. And this time we're going to try and play it, and there's plenty of time because we're going to go tadium. You ready? and ta-da, moving up, chord. And that chord isn't rolled, so we have the ta-da and then just straight. And then we stay in that place. We're going to do the same notes again with quite a swift move down one step. Okay? The neatest and best sounding way to do that little leap, that little step, is to really let it bend all the way in. The temptation is to sort of knot and just do it like that. If we do that, we're kind of having to turn around in mid-air. If we let it hit, we can hit and bounce back out again nice and quickly. Then we can take our time on that long note. Okay, so should we try those 2 bars? Just that right hand, the last 2 bars on this line. So we have the FAD and then we're going to leap up, but we're aware of that connection via the D. And then we have this quick move where it just steps down 1. Okay, we're going to count you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3. Did we get it? Give it one more go. Okay, just release those shoulders away from your ears. Let them fall down. Go again. Nice high thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3. Good, and actually it's a ta-da, I realise, on that last chord. So ta-da. Okay, so then we want to pull all of that together. So we have the moving to the EF, ta-da, jumping down, stepping up 1 to our chord again, big leap, and then a step with a ta-da. I'm going to put that with this left hand, which was the D, A wobble, down to the slow A, and then it does it again, D, wobble, and then octave A. Okay, so we're going to pull that together in both hands, and we're going to play at our loudest, strongest, most confident level. We're going to mean it more than ever. Hands on, nice D shape in both hands, shoulders down, elbows up, thumbs high. 1 and 2 and 3 and time and well done. Remember, with those ta-da-ums, try not to overthink it, just think ta-da-um, 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 ta-da-um. Remember that method we used as well, where we went blow it out. Can it really help? Okay, well done. Join me on the practice video and we'll do it at a few different speeds once you're feeling confident with it. It might be that you do 2 bars initially, get those 2 bars working, maybe the last 2 bars next, but then work on that join. You might choose to do the middle 2 bars. That's quite a nice thing to do so that it doesn't get too separated and sectioned off. Okay, I'll see you on the play along. Well done.